Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Activities for People Living with Dementia. We're proud to offer this series with funding from the Area Agency on Aging and the United Way of Tarrant County. Some of our programs are recorded and some are made available for viewing through a YouTube channel for future use. To find us on YouTube, and you do want to go there, type in Dementia Friendly Fort Worth. Click on our logo, which is a longhorn with a blue background, and choose the word videos. You'll be surprised what you find there. I am Martha Brown, your host for today's activities. Actually, the host is Gail Snider, and she's going to be our chef today for Cookie Conversations. Gail is an occasional presenter here. This is her kitchen, and she loves to cook, so we get to watch. Gail, it's all yours.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Gail.
Good morning.
So nice to be back with you all, especially
Yes.
at this time of year. And
Yes.
I don't know if Martha gave you all a teaser about what we were making today. Did anybody?
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
I gave a couple of people the tease, but they're not here yet.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so you can see our delightful recipe.
Yeah.
It's coming. There we go. Oh, good.
Oh, my goodness.
See that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, is it full screen?
It is.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. Yeah.
Okay, so we are making cranberry almond shortbread cookies.
Oh my.
And I noticed that when I was looking back at what we've done a lot of things with shortbread or almond. So I hope you're not too tired of that. But when I saw this recipe, it just looked so festive and yummy.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, when I started my tests last night, it's good before you even bake it.
Good. Excellent.
Brown cookie dough, yeah.
And it does not have any eggs in it.
Yes.
Wow.
Which means you can eat as much of it as you want without baking it.
Oh, good.
All right, so I will send this recipe out. It may be the first of the week before I get it out to you. But let's, I also have the slide with the ingredients, or I'm sorry, with the instructions, and I'll send that as well. But I'm going to stop my share so that you all can see what's going on in the kitchen. And Martha, if you can pin my main window.
Yes.
That way when it records, it'll show the big picture.
And you are. And I also have a pin for the bowl.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
All right, well, let's get started. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to adjust my screen just a little. Can you all see the counter over there?
Yeah.
Cranberry, yeah.
Huh?
The butter. I see the butter and the cranberries.
Okay, I apologize for my cord. When I went to plug up the GrandPad, I realized the battery was almost, or not the GrandPad, the iPad, the battery was almost dead.
Speaking of GrandPad, everybody that has the GrandPad that's coming to visit with us says that this is a real blessing to them. And I wanted you to know that.
Wonderful. So glad.
Yes.
I've been trying to pass that on to some of my other friends that are struggling. You know, I've got a couple that really are struggling with technology these days. So Sue and I talked about it last night of recommending a GrandPad for them. And now one of them, you know, wouldn't have to have a grant. She's 5 of her kids are lawyers, and she's got a lot of money. So
well,
it'd just be by
there's
language.
a referral form on the website that they can fill out
Right.
to get the process started.
Okay, so
Awesome.
anyway, some of them are really just struggling,
Yes.
to be able to do it. And so we talked a little bit about last night about, the GrandPad, and I've not really used one, but I've talked to a lot of people who have, and,
Right,
things like that.
right.
I've gone on the
Thank you
website,
so much for that.
looked at the GrandPad, and what it can do and things like that. So
Right.
I made a few suggestions to you guys, haven't I, Martha?
Yes, you have. Yes,
Yeah.
you have. Is that softened butter, Gail?
That is. So we're going to start with 1 cup of softened butter, which is 2 sticks, and this is unsalted butter.
Ooh. It's amazing.
Paper's extra, right?
What's that?
The paper's added for flavoring, right?
The paper.
That's right.
Mhm.
It's amazing what a difference it is when you use salted or unsalted in a recipe.
Yes, but if you're putting butter on bread, you definitely want salted.
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
yes, yeah.
Okay, and then the next thing that we need is 3/4 cup of sugar.
Mm.
And we're going to
Three.
use
Jim, is your mouth watering yet?
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
I think shortbread is one of my favorite recipes she's done. That's the one where we had the,
shortbread's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
Mhm.
And then we need a teaspoon of almond extract. And this was one of the things that I thought I didn't have last night, and then I found it. And I went back to the store this morning and I meant to buy more and I forgot. So we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of almond extract.
For Thanksgiving, Just Pat said she made a whole lot of dressing. So Pat, I guess it's good for you that you just get to watch in the kitchen today, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, yes.
this is good.
Okay, and then we're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt.
I can hear our mouths salivating, Gail.
Yes.
I know that's right.
Okay, now I'm gonna turn the mixer on and we're gonna mix this up.
Right.
And while that's mixing, I'm gonna measure out 2 cups of flour.
Mary, you will probably want to eat all of these yourself instead of sharing with your family, right?
Absolutely.
I love it that her mixer does noise canceling so we don't hear all that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
All
And
right, that's our 2 cups of flour. Now I'm gonna lift the mixer and see if you can see the consistency of this
Mhm.
butter and sugar mixture. Can you see that?
Yes, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Nice and fluffy
Yeah.
oh yeah. Mm.
and yummy tasting, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Okay, so now we want to slowly add our 2 cups of flour. So we're gonna do this a little bit at a time so we don't put it all over the kitchen.
Smart woman. Mary, when the cookies arrive, you'll have to have Jim share with you.
Okay.
And they do come very quickly in the mail. I'm always amazed that Gail gets these in the mail the same day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to remember it's still Christmas, so the postal service is going to be a little bit slower.
Yep.
Yeah,
It gets slower and slower as it gets closer to Christmas, the mail service.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right. Can you all see the difference in that now?
Oh,
we've
yeah,
added-
oh, wow, that's good.
It's more.
And what do you
short
think
now.
what do you think it smells like right now?
Almonds,
Almond.
And
yeah.
butter.
Butter,
Almond and butter.
Yeah.
yeah,
You mix
good.
it a little bit more. And now our recipe calls for a cup of sweet dried cranberries finely chopped. So this is the sweet dried cranberries, and I've got the ones that were 50% less sugar,
Okay,
so they don't have extra sugar added. Now, I'm going to tell you about my little snafu when I went to the store the first time.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind the recipe called for cranberries, right? And I hadn't looked at the recipe really closely, but I was trying to think ahead.
she got regular cranberry. I'm sorry.
All
So this is what I
right.
bought.
Yeah.
Fresh cranberries.
Fresh cranberries. And this is a 2-pound bag.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
So
Okay.
now I've got to find some other recipe to make that uses fresh cranberry.
But I wonder what it would be like if you used fresh cranberries and just add a little bit more sugar.
The problem I think would be the moisture.
Moisture.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
There'd be too much moisture and they would probably not turn out at all.
So I'm
Okay.
a little unsure. What's the difference between what you have in the little bag and the big bag?
So the big bag is whole fresh
Right.
cranberries.
Right.
Those are dried.
These are dried.
Fried. Oh, okay. Got it now. I missed that.
It might have sounded like I said fried.
Well, fried would be good also.
You
No,
get
no,
that
I
at
never
the
had
state
fried
fair.
cranberries before.
I'm sure I
That
can get that
sounds
at
like-
Texas.
At the state fair.
Yeah, I
It
can get it
sounds
at
like
the Texas
something
State
you
Fair.
might try at the state fair. Okay, so now we're going to measure out a cup of the dried cranberries, because we want these cookies to be loaded with the chopped cranberries.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'm gonna put a bit more. And then we're going to chop these. And I have a little chopper that might work better, but last night when I did this, I chopped them by hand. I couldn't decide. I was afraid the little chopper might chop them to mush.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are soft. Oh, they're dried. So just keep going over and over it in different directions to get them chopped up into small pieces.
You're using very safe knife technique.
Yeah.
But with my hand above that knife like that.
That's right.
Yep.
All right.
One hand underneath it is not very good, Gail.
No, no.
Right. All right. So I'm going to hold this up to the extra camera to see if you can see.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's good.
Nice dark color for the cranberries. So now we're going to add these to the mixer.
Okay.
I can taste them already.
Mm.
I love cranberries.
So I think that if I get these, I could replace this with cranberry juice that I drink every day. Should be about the same, right?
Okay, so now we're going to mix this together. So tell me what your other holiday recipe is that uses cranberries. Can you think of one?
I make a cranberry salad with fresh cranberries.
Okay, and is that the salad that you have to do part of it the day before, and it has apples and oranges and nuts and jello?
No, this is just
No.
oranges and nuts and some sugar
Cranberries.
and
cranberries.
the cranberries.
Sue makes a cranberry coffee cake.
Uh-huh.
Really good.
Oh, and I know Phil last year made, he has a cranberry bread he makes. His family used to always make.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, so here's our dough. Can you
Mhm.
see that?
Yes, well, looks good.
Loaded with cranberries. And so we're going to split this into 2 parts. But first I need some wrap to put it on.
Mhm.
You know, you just enticed us so much.
She does, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to put out a sheet of plastic wrap to roll this. And we want our roll, because this is a rolled and a chilled cookie. So we're going to roll this in about a 1.5 inch diameter circle.
So Gail, is that wax paper or saran wrap?
I'm using that press and seal.
Okay,
Okay.
it's saran wrap.
Saran wrap, okay.
Stuff, yeah.
After I discovered press and seal, I don't buy saran wrap anymore.
Yes, yes.
It just
Press
doesn't
and seal
seem
a little bit thicker,
good.
a little bit
So
easier.
now,
Yeah.
once this is in a roll, can you all see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm rolling the paper over it, smooth it out, and then I want to roll it so that it's a good circle,
Mm.
so
Looks
that it's not flat on one side.
I saw something the other day about rolled cookies, and it said when you cut them to turn it a turn every time you make a cut so it stays round.
So there we have the
Yummy.
roll.
Wow.
Oh, Gail, that's beautiful.
I just want to take a bite off the end of that.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to chill for 2 hours,
Mhm.
but I'm going to speed it up because I'm going to put it in the freezer for a little while.
Okay.
Go,
Yeah.
Gail.
And now we'll take out the one that I did previously.
This is the magic of television.
Right.
This is the magic of television. So now take a look. There's the end.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm going to, this one got a little bit square on me, so I'm going to roll it just a little bit. But the recipe says you definitely want to bake this while the dough is chilled. Otherwise, it will spread out too much.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got this back in around. And I'm going to bring over our baking sheet with our festive candy striped parchment paper.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Fancy.
Nice.
If you haven't noticed, Gail loves red in her kitchen.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell, right?
No, couldn't
So
tell.
now we want to cut these in at least a 1/4 inch thick.
Okay.
And they're going to stay more round if they're at least that thick. So I actually
When you were cutting the cranberries, I was afraid they were all going to get stuck on the knife. I was pleasantly surprised that they didn't.
Well, I had to keep pushing them off. So I got out my little kitchen tape measure.
It's red.
So I could see exactly how thick I wanted to make these. Now,
I really appreciate that as an engineer.
Yeah.
That's
but I'm
precision that
using
you
an
need.
accurate measure.
Precision that you need, yes.
Okay. And now it's showing me that it's not exactly round. Can you see?
Yeah.
But it's close. It is close. Yeah. It flattened out a
So-
little bit. on the edge.
So
Yeah.
I think we had to do this before. I'm putting it in the circle of my hand
Uh-huh.
and rounding it out. And they actually give tips on how you can get it back in round once it's baked. So let me roll this
Ooh.
a little bit. to see if we can get it a little more round. There we go. And I'm noticing that if the cranberries are chopped fine, it makes it easier to slice it.
Mhm.
It's a bit difficult to slice if the cranberries aren't chopped really fine.
It's like trying to cut sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
You know,
exactly
they're
right.
hard to cut when they're
Pretty much
full.
the same texture.
Yeah. Did your husband put up trains again this year, Gail?
Yes. When we travel across the kitchen, I'll try to
Okay.
give you a sneak peek.
Okay. Yeah, I've got mine around our Christmas tree.
Do you?
Yeah, it's kind of my Christmas set is a extra set of tracks, so I keep just for Christmas.
Right. So you don't have to take the other apart.
Yeah, and I've got cars. The engine I had with that flaked out last year was an old one,
Mhm.
so I'm using one of mine from upstairs. So I've got to get another engine, or get parts to fix
Right.
some of my new engines.
Well, a couple of years ago, we got some new track, and
Okay.
then we added a couple of pieces this year to make our circle a little bit bigger.
Why do we do?
I think somebody had a
You let him-
question.
You let him in.
Yeah, he wanted to come in.
Oh, Jim and Mary have a guest.
Oh,
That's Zeke. That's the dog.
Oh, the dog.
That's the dog, okay.
The
Yeah,
dog wanted to come in. Okay.
yeah.
Hey, Steve, I saw a picture of a Christmas tree like thing that with the bottom layer was the largest gauge train, and it went up all the way to the top, about 7 feet, with
Yeah.
the largest to the small. It had every gauge of train that there was.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
there at the can't remember. We went to North Park. That was like that.
Oh,
They had,
okay, so
And here's Gail again.
yeah,
here is our sheet with our cookies ready to pop into the oven at 375 for 9 to 11 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer for 9 minutes.
hey, Gail,
Yes.
yeah,
I think the bottom right one is defective. You should just eat it.
This one?
Yeah, the one right down there. No, that one, yeah.
Yes. So I should just eat it? How
Yeah,
about
just
if I
eat.
just eat this bite?
That'd be great,
Okay.
yeah.
There you go.
yeah. Dawn, if I had space, I'd love the G gauge, which is the big trains.
Right.
You know, won't have space for it. But this tree had the old gauge, which Gail has, the HO, which I have, and then it had N gauge, all in the same tree. You know, from the bigger ones down to the bottom, going up smaller, and then smaller,
Okay,
going around the whole tree.
okay.
And if I had enough, you know, gumption, I'd do that, but I don't. Anyway,
And what does Gail have in her hand?
With the magic of television
oh,
and the magic of prep work, we have a set of the finished cookies,
Ooh,
Ooh.
lightly browned on the
lightly
bottom.
browned, absolutely, yeah.
Mm.
And the recipe says to make sure that to get them in good circles. When they come out of the oven, you can use a circular cookie cutter to cut off any extra crisp that's on the edge and to get them to back into round. I don't have a small round cookie cutter, so I used a biscuit cutter
Oh, okay.
Of course.
while they were still warm out of the oven, and I'll show you how I do that when the others come out.
Well, that seems like a waste of
now-
cookie to me.
What's that?
Seems like a waste of cookie to me.
That's right.
Well, nobody said you weren't going to eat the crumbs.
Oh, that's true, that's true, that's true,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm going to set these aside because now we need to melt our white chocolate to dip them in.
Okay.
Mm. I
Yeah,
want
Gail,
those crumbs to
good.
put on ice cream.
include a little bag of those crumbs in each thing so we can put them on our ice cream.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now the next part of our recipe is it calls for 6 ounces Ghirardelli white chocolate melting wafers. And this bag has 10 ounces, so I'm going to use a little over half. And I'm going to pour these in a microwave safe container. And we're going to melt this. And you want to melt it a little bit at a time and stir it so that it doesn't burn in certain spots.
Yep.
So I'm going to start with 40 seconds.
Is that on full power then? Microwave
sorry?
on full power? Microwave on full power?
You know, that's one of those engineering complicated things. I never change the
Well,
power
then,
on
that's
mine.
fine with me. That sounds good. If it works for you.
So I'm going to roll out another sheet of the paper so that we can make this other roll, this other half of the dough into a roll and get it into chill.
Well, Gail, every time my wife says, "Where's the parchment paper?" I can't find it. It's in my shop.
Oh.
Because
What do you
I
do?
use
What do
I
you
use
use that
parchment
for?
paper when I'm doing gluing.
Yes.
You know, you put the super glue and what's the other one? Anyway, I put it on there and it doesn't stick onto everything
Yeah.
else.
Right.
You know, and then I just cut it in little squares and then or rectangles. And then when I'm done, I just crumple it up and put it all in the trash, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
The epoxy, epoxy
So
glue.
that happened to me with my plastic wrap when we were doing the construction on our house. My plastic wrap disappeared. And my son was using it to put over the paint to keep the paint fresh and from drying out.
Yeah. Well, there's all sorts of uses besides the kitchen for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Myra has given me my own box of cellophane so that I don't use all of hers up.
That's nice of her.
Isn't it though?
And you don't have to fight over it.
Yep. You just have to go looking for it.
Okay. So I'm getting this in a round, about an inch and a half in diameter. Making sure the ends are pushed in. Of course, if the end is not completely full, you can always cut that off and eat it.
Yep.
All right, so now we have another loaf of cookie ready to chill.
Looks so good.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Doesn't it?
Gail, you've been working really hard on prep for this.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see how our melting chips are doing. Made pretty good progress. So they'll be ready in just a few minutes. I'm going to melt it for another 10 or 15 seconds. Let's see what our instructions say. Okay, let's see how this is.
We know
Gail,
it's going to be. Go ahead.
Gail, these would be just as good with say dark chocolate instead of white chocolate.
You know, I thought about that. I wasn't sure. I do have some dark chocolate that we could try.
Oh,
So
no, I'm not
that's about
suggesting.
my consistency.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just wondered not to, I can't think of anything where cranberries are put with chocolate.
It
Oh,
might
yeah,
bring power.
Chocolate covered cranberries. You can buy chocolate covered cranberries.
That's true.
Wow.
But anyway, I didn't mean to distract you. I was just asking the question. You don't have to make.
Okay.
You don't need to make dark chocolate.
But we might actually try it.
Okay.
You troublemaker.
I'm a troublemaker. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Oh, but you
Because
have
I
such good
actually had
ideas.
some that I had melted a couple nights ago. My grandson wanted chocolate milk and I didn't have any chocolate syrup. And so I was trying to use melted chocolate, but when I put it in the cold milk,
No,
it
no.
made
It
it
just-
hard again.
But
Yeah.
you made it hard again. Yep, that's right.
It makes it like what they use for ice cream cones.
Yes, that's exactly what it did. Okay, let me go check on those cookies. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do,
Hey,
do.
Steve, you missed a nice game of Jeopardy yesterday.
Well, I was Thursdays. I'm at Oasis.
Oh,
up in
that's
Louis-
right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
Yesterday was my big day because I was Santa Claus.
Oh,
I was busy all day and I came home wiped out, because I'd spent the whole time,
Yes. Well, that's worthy.
and then Sue and I did a devotional too, that did the Advent
Oh, yeah.
candles during
So where were you Santa Claus at yesterday?
at Oasis up in Louisville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so our white chocolate is ready.
yum.
So I'm just gonna take the cookie and we're just gonna dip it about a third of the way up.
Ah,
Well, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Kind of let some of the excess drip off.
Just like dipping it in milk.
That's right. That's what it looks like.
It is.
that's a work of art, Gail.
That is good. Yeah.
I'm thinking that
No.
maybe-
If you do it like this, if you added a little cranberry on the side, it would look like a Santa hat.
Yes, it
Oh,
would. Yes, it would.
yeah. I'm thinking maybe brown chocolate would overpower the cranberries.
It might.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I'm gonna dip another one. Just about a quarter of the way down. Let some of the excess drip off. Jim, are we making your mouth water yet?
They are. You are. You are.
You are, we are.
Well, last week at Oasis, we did our craft with painted rocks. So this was my rock.
Oh,
painted-
wow.
Oh,
Santa
I
rock.
painted a self-portrait,
that's
There you go.
a self-portrait.
Museum, right?
That's right. I was gonna say it looks a little bit like you, Steve.
The contribution to your museum. I don't think they've ever seen a museum piece with just a rock and a portrait on it. in the
Well-
museum.
You haven't found the right museum.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, we looked
Some
at
of them-
portraits on Wednesday with Peggy.
Yeah. Some of those off the beaten path museums.
That's right.
Yeah,
Like the world's biggest ball of twine.
yeah.
Sure.
Hey, now that's not far from my house in Kansas. Be careful.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yes,
Is
it's
it,
a big ball of twine.
Yeah, I've never been there.
did they keep adding to it?
Yes.
Or the corn palace in South Dakota. It's actually all made out of corn. This whole big building, it's a palace made of corn.
Oh my.
Like ears of corn or?
Yeah, ears of corn. Of course, I'm sure they're glued or something together, but it's all made out of corn. Yeah.
I got to drive through Minnesota once and I saw the Jolly Green Giant
Hmm.
statue in the field.
Yeah. You go up to Bemidji's, Minnesota, and you get to
Bemidji,
see Paul
yes.
Bunyan. Paul Bunyan up there.
Bunyan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I thought he was New England kind of guy.
Oh, no, Paul Bunyan is northern Minnesota because of
Oh,
the
okay.
logging
Yes.
up there. And so Bemidji has a huge statue of Paul Bunyan.
Does they have Babe the Blue Ox with him?
They have the blue ox. Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Yep.
Gail, that looks like fun, is it?
Oh, it does.
Yes.
I would do that with my grandkids. They would love just doing dipping
Just
Yeah.
dipping it.
They
Oh,
love to.
They dip and eat and they dip and eat.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Lick
probably-
off and dip it again.
I'm
well, they probably
thinking
jump it on
I
their fingers.
should have laid parchment paper instead
Yeah.
of the griddle on this baking sheet.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna, it may stick. So when
Uh-huh.
I do the next batch, I'm gonna put it on parchment paper. But don't they look so cute?
They do.
They do.
Absolutely they do. How long does it take for that to dry now?
Yeah. I'm not sure because I didn't get to test this ahead of time.
Okay.
Well, it's
Ooh.
kind of humid today, so probably a little longer.
Yeah, it could be.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna check on those cookies again.
Okay.
Mm.
Can you imagine what goes into her preparing for us?
Oh, no, I can't
Imagine.
It blows
Well-
my mind. Hours and hours, yes.
Because she does them the night before too. You know, she
We'll
does.
be right back.
Okay, so let's take a
Okay.
ride across the kitchen to see how these
Okay.
cookies are coming in the oven.
We get a ride.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
Moving. Oh, there's a glimpse of the Christmas tree. You
There's
see
the
There's
that?
Christmas tree.
Oh,
I see the
pretty.
train.
And it turns.
It turns and it is all decorated in blue.
Oh,
Oh, wow. We see it as
That-
white.
Well, the lights are white, but the bows and all the bulbs
I
are
see the-
mostly blue.
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
So did I tell y'all that story last year?
No.
If you
Mm-mm.
did, I
Okay.
forgot.
Let's take a look at these cookies and then I'll tell you that story. All right.
I see it. Yeah.
Hot and
Very
fresh out of
nice.
the oven.
Yum.
So now I'm gonna take my old fashioned biscuit cutter.
That is old fashioned.
Oh, red, the red top.
And this one actually can you see in the center, the two little screw holes?
Yeah.
Yes.
It has another piece that attaches, so it's also a donut cutter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, that's
That's-
really old.
I think that's what we have. That's what my mother had. You know, because
Yeah.
she made
Yeah.
biscuits. Yeah.
In our
Now,
flashlight.
so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take the biscuit cutter and I'm gonna put it over the cookie and do this to put it back into round, just a little
Okay.
bit
Oh, while they're still warm.
while they're still warm.
Oh, I see. I thought it was actually chopping it off. So it's just.
Well, if they were bigger than this, it would, or if I
Okay.
had a smaller cutter, it would, but they're not.
Okay.
This is bigger than the cookies.
Yeah. That works just fine. You've got that's great.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
I
yeah.
decide this is a favorite recipe, I'll have to look for a circle cutter in 1.5 inches. And we'll give these just a couple minutes to cool. And actually, we might want to put them in the fridge to cool a little faster.
If you know somebody with a,
Yum.
Something-
Oh, those are beautiful.
probably print you a cookie cutter.
Beautiful.
What's that?
If you knew somebody with a 3D printer, they could print you a cookie cutter with the right size.
Oh, all the libraries in
Right
Fort
here,
Worth have 3D printers.
Yeah, they
Do
do here.
they?
I just would have no idea how to use that machine.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Wow.
they will help you if they have an idea. Okay, most of them have somebody there will help you with it, but you'd kind of have to have an outline of what you want. You know,
Right, right.
make a circle, what,
Here
an
we
inch and a
go.
half inside diameter, and then the outside diameter, and then
Right.
whatever you would want to make it. I probably would be with the ring and then kind of a handle
Right.
Oh, top rather than the
That's
covering
a
the whole.
great idea. Okay,
then
so we're gonna take another travel.
Woo, slide across the kitchen.
Okay, so before we go all the way to the living room, I'll take you over here. Can you see in the window?
Snowman. Snowman.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is my
Oh.
snowman collection.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
And it all started, I don't still have it. I have one of my originals. Actually, it all started with this.
Mm.
Oh, my.
When I worked in foster care, one of the foster families gave me this as a gift for Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
Neat.
And
Yeah.
then I had one that was similar size, that was 3 snowmen on top of each other, and it was a candle.
Oh, nice.
That's
But
loose.
it got melted and distorted, so I finally had to concede and throw it away.
Hmm.
So
I
I
love
try
it.
to add something every year, and some of them are salt and pepper shakers.
Oh, that's great.
I love your sink.
Thank you.
That was a good choice.
So
Absolutely.
these 2 over here, and the 2 red birds,
Oh,
and these 2 are salt and pepper shakers.
Nice.
we can't see the far right.
These,
Move your camera a little bit.
Oh,
Ah,
there you go.
thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
got
you.
it. Got it.
two right here.
Ah, oh, a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, those are cute.
Oh, those are cute. Oh,
That's so nice.
Granny Snow Woman.
Okay, so now let's take a ride, and we'll take a look at the tree and the train. Steve wanted to see that.
And you
Yes.
said you were tell us about the blue.
Oh, so last year, when we started making our decision about our tree, and we always have a real tree, the exception would be this year. We don't have a real tree for the first time since I've been married.
Wow,
Oh, wow.
Artificial tree.
that's
But my
beautiful.
husband said when he was a kid, there was a house somewhere that had all blue lights and their tree was blue. And he thought that it was so pretty, but his mother would never let them do all blue lights on the tree.
Oh, go Gail.
So last year we bought all new C7s for our real tree.
Uh-huh.
And I found blue ornaments to add to a few that I already had.
Mhm.
And we did a blue tree.
Okay.
Pretty. That
Seems
is
kind of odd because everything else in the house is red, right?
Well, yeah.
that's fine.
But we did it again this year. The only thing is we got the artificial tree, and I was concerned that the C7s would be too hot for the artificial tree.
Yeah.
So we are just using the clear lights, but I may look for some small, my husband calls them little twinkle lights that are like the ones on this tree to
Mhm.
add to it, to make
Okay.
it.
That's
So now I'm
really
gonna tilt the
pretty.
camera down and you can see the train.
Oh,
There it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, there it is.
Ah, and a village.
And a village.
There it goes.
Oh,
Longer train than I have. That's all right.
wow.
Wow, look at it go around. It's fast.
Oh, that is so cool.
I like it.
What's
Mhm.
that?
I like it.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Very
And so
nice.
the village has some people, a church on the hill, a music shop, a street. So this is this is all one piece. Or this
Oh,
is
okay.
here. And it's a town. And in the town, there's a post office, a barber, a movie house, a hotel, a bookshop, and a holiday shop.
Big town.
And then over here, on the back, right here, this is a ski lodge.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
I don't have a skier. I guess I need to look for a skier.
Snowman skier.
But I have a wedding couple in front of the chapel because my
Oh.
daughter got married 6 years ago at Christmas time, right before
Oh.
Christmas.
Sweet.
I have some carolers and a lady decorating a tree and some kids feeding the cardinal birds on the tree and a couple of kids building a snowman. And then we have a Charlie Brown set. And my
Okay.
oldest grandson This is Charlie Brown right here.
Hello.
Oh, really?
Brown.
And my grandson thinks that the Charlie Brown characters need to ride in the train,
I bet.
Of course.
but they always get stuck in the train.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it derails the train when you're taking them on and off. So last night when he was here, he didn't get to put the people in the train. I may have to go look for some little people. So some
Well,
of them can
I
fit
know,
in the
I
train.
know Lionel does have a car as it goes along, reindeer heads go up and down.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that one.
They
Yeah,
have a lot of fun ones.
yeah, they do.
And we have a whole lot more stuff that's not out because each of our kids have a steam engine and then a more modern engine.
Mhm.
And my son has, or my husband has a steam engine and a more modern engine.
Okay. So by steam engine, you say it's actually steam powered, or is it?
No, it's
Just
made
makes
to
smoke.
look like a steam engine,
Okay.
like the one that's there.
With a
Got
smokestack.
the wheels with the rod connecting it that goes around.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I've got two of those, but gears are broken on both of those, so I've got to get those made and get them back in operation again.
I'm trying to melt a little of the regular chocolate to see how that comes out. Because Dawn wanted to test that.
Oh,
Yay.
Uh-huh.
Go Donna.
if it doesn't work, that's fine with me.
And if it does, you can send all of us one.
Mhm.
Gail, I'm impressed that you found candy cane paper.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had it for a while and I always forget that I have it. I just happened to remember to get it out this morning.
Awesome.
And we're gonna melt that just a little bit more and then I'm gonna have to
You need to speak.
say audio so I can get ready to be on 11:30. So,
Let's do it.
but I do, while we wait for that chocolate to melt, I'm gonna show you what these look like now that they've started to dry. And my thought about the parchment paper was correct. They are now stuck to the grid.
Yeah.
Come here, baby.
I don't want to break them. Messed up the back. Oh dear.
Morning, Dusty.
Took all of the white chocolate off of the back.
Oh,
That's
dear.
fine.
That's
That's
fine.
It's
It's okay.
You can send the paper too.
Oh, I like that.
So see what happened?
Yeah,
Ah,
Out of the chocolate is stuck to the grid.
yeah.
So when I do the next batch, I'll have to lay parchment paper down.
there you go. Hi, Dusty. Welcome.
Yeah,
Hello,
morning.
Dusty.
I just now got back in.
Ah,
Did you have an appointment today?
No, I got in a while ago right at the first and then I couldn't get back in till just now.
oh my,
Oh, no, okay.
Well, you'll
Glad
have to
you
switch
did.
over to the 11:30 and then you'll get to watch the whole thing.
the whole thing. Yeah. And,
Okay, so I'm trying to gently lift these and see if I can keep from messing up the whole back of all of them.
any chance you could put them in the oven for like 30 seconds?
I don't know. Maybe if I set it over there.
Yeah, just set it over and so some warm will soften it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what are you using, Gail, to separate them?
I've got a knife.
Oh, I was thinking maybe if you had like like a spatula, a metal spatula, yeah.
And there she does. Gail has everything in her kitchen. Now, last time we saw you, Gail, you had cherries on your apron. Today you have
Cardinals.
cardinals.
It's cardinals and polka dots at the waist.
Okay, nice.
Oh, sweet.
Cute.
Go Gail. And pockets. Every girl has to have pockets.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is the one I made last year, but you all didn't get to see it till January.
Okay,
Got it. Got it.
All right, let's see how
Thank
this.
you, Gail. We're Dusty, she's made the cookies and dipped the cookies, and now she's trying a little bit of chocolate. And you'll get to see the whole thing if you hang around for 11:30 and go to channel 5.
Okay. Gonna be recorded.
This one's recorded. I don't think we'll record the other two, but the channel is different for Heather's program.
Dusty, when everybody logs off, if you'll hang on with Martha, she'll troubleshoot and help you get to the other site.
Yes.
Oh, I can get to the other side, and that's no problem. I was just
Okay.
wondering if it was gonna be live or if you're gonna
No,
record it.
it'll be live
Okay.
because I've got more cookies to bake, so I can send some to all of you.
Thank you, Gail.
Thank you so much, Gail.
You're
That's
very
wonderful.
welcome.
Want to let
I
you
I
go.
don't see you on the other programs. Have a wonderful weekend and a Merry Christmas if I don't see you again before.
Merry Christmas to you too. Happy
Thank
New
you,
Year.
Gail.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Dawn,
Bye.
I'm gonna dip the chocolate in just a minute if y'all want to hang around for just a second.
Okay.
Dusty, do
Not to forget.
do you need me to help you find the other? You said you're okay with getting to the other program.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Looks like Mary has some company. That's nice. Her family comes to see her frequently, which is a blessing.
Yep.
Well, Jim, are you looking forward to getting some cookies and sharing them with Mary?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
I am. And so,
And you got to see them being made, which is really cool.
yeah.
Maybe that'll make them taste better.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure you'll share one with Janice and give her our love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna retrieve those cookies that are chilling in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Well, I thought I did. Oh, I didn't. They're right here.
Mary,
are.
do you have company? Mary Mulholland, do you have company?
No, it was a lady bringing Meals on Wheels.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
Okay, so this isn't exactly the right size of container for dipping, but we're gonna make it work.
Absolutely.
So I've got my chocolate here,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm going to dip the cookie into the chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. That looks like a chocolate eclair.
Yes.
There you go.
Actually, that one looks like a snowman.
It looks like snowman. It looks like snowman.
The eye, looked at the cranberries, almost looks like an eyes and nose.
And
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Gail, for experimenting with that.
You
This
are
is
very
wonderful.
welcome.
how fun.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I need something so I can stand them up like this till they dry.
That's right. That's
Any
right.
ideas?
Will they
Um,
fit between the rods on your dryer, on your tray?
Let's see.
The problem is then
One
they'll
like
drip down,
this,
Yeah.
Yeah. but won't they drip down then?
they will, but it would at least hold them at a slant.
Okay, oh, well, yeah, the slant will be pretty good. Yeah, okay,
Oh, how fun.
yeah.
Let's see how this works.
We're making her work really hard today.
And she's gonna have more
There we go.
things to do,
Did it
to
work?
wash up.
Oh, look
There you
at you.
There you go.
Look at you.
That'll
How
work
about
well.
that?
I love
It
it.
looks like you're a professional chef with something like that.
She is.
Mhm.
Yes,
She is.
except professional chefs don't have quite this mess.
We can talk about that.
Well, they do, but they have other chefs that clean up after them.
That's it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna sign
Thank you,
off
Gail.
so I can do a quick cleanup, and I'll see some of you in just a few minutes on the other channel.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Gail.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. On Monday, we have Nia. And on Tuesday, we have bingo. And on Wednesday, we have snow with
What?
the art lady.
Okay.
If she's not out on pregnancy leave. See y'all.
That's good.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.